What is up guys, it's your boy Swell. I'm here, back with another Classic WoW video for the fresh Classic WoW servers. Now today I'll be talking about my launch plans for these fresh Classic WoW servers, and I kind of touched on this topic in a previous video, but the aim for this one is to just make everything really clear and talk about my plans as they are right now. Because when I made that video I said that first of all I had not decided on a faction to play, and I hadn't even decided on which server to play. I was kind of leaning towards perhaps playing hardcore. So I just want to clear everything up in this video. So I guess let's start this off with number 1, server and faction. I think this is what most people want to know about if they want to play, like with me in Classic WoW for example, if you want to do a dungeon together, farm together, or just be in the same guild for example. I am planning on playing on the fresh PvE server, so not PvP and not hardcore, but a regular normal server, and I will be playing Alliance. So Alliance on the PvE server. Now let's talk about that decision for a little bit here. Number 1, why not PvP? And the reality is I have played on the PvP servers twice now on the last couple of freshes, and like when we had Season of Discovery for example, and OG Classic WoW back in the day, I played on PvP servers, and not just that, I played on the biggest PvP servers that were ever available, and to me, I've kind of had my fill of world PvP, and I am down to have a, more relaxed time this around, knowing that at no point in my leveling journey will there ever be an undead rogue waiting to camp me, and at no point when I'm leveling my alt will there, when I'm level 20, there will never be a level 60 trying to farm me, and this is something that happened way too much in both Classic WoW and Season of Discovery. It is just, world PvP is really fun when it's like you fight people that are at your own level, but the reality is, and what happens and what has happened to me several times, is that I will be level 25 questing in Duskwood, and 3 level 60s will camp me over and over and over and over again, and if you enjoy that, more power to you, but for me, I'm kind of done. So I do not want to be on a PvP server this time around, even though I know that they will probably be the biggest servers. I'm just going to go to PvE server and it's fine. Now, number 2, why not just play on hardcore first and then transfer to PvE? This one I don't really have a good answer for. The only real answer that I have is that I want to start a guild as soon as possible. Getting into number 2 here, I'm starting my own guild for these servers, and if I start on hardcore, I can't really start that guild and then go to PvE servers. The name might be taken. I believe you have to leave the guild when you transfer servers as well, so you have to remake the guild. I just want to have everything set up from the start. And another reason is that when I play hardcore, I'm probably going to do a solo self-found one later down the line. That's going to be on the Horde side, and I really want to level up a Orc Shaman, or a Tauren Shaman, or just any Shaman really, to level 60 on the Horde side, in a solo self-found environment. And the thing is, for me to do that, it doesn't have to be fresh. I can wait 6 months from now and still do that, and because it's solo self-found, it's still going to be as relevant, because to me that is a personal challenge and something I want to do, because I've never leveled to level 60 on the Horde side. But to me, Classic WoW, I just feel like Alliance feels like home, and to me it's just something about logging on, being in Stormwind, going to Goldshire, and just everything about being Alliance. I love the Alliance cities, and for the Horde cities, they've never really spoken to me the same way. I love Stormwind, I love Darnassus, I love Ironforge. Thunderbluff to me is really I haven't really figured out Thunderbluff just yet. Orgrimmar is okay. Undercity is please no. I don't want to spend a single moment in Undercity. So I don't know, for me it's just the cities on the Alliance side is better, the character models are probably better, and yeah, I like Alliance, and I'm probably going to stay Alliance this time around as well. So faction choice, Alliance, server choice, PvE, or normal server. Going on to part 2 of my plans, which I already touched on right now, I am making my own guild on PvE servers on Alliance, and I play on the European region, by the way, so EU, so anyone who plays on Alliance, PvE, normal, and on the EU side, Europe side, you are feel free to join my guild if you want to, if you don't have a guild to play with. There will be a link to that Discord through the, in the description down below, and probably the pinned comment, so you can join that Discord server to be a part of the guild before the guild is even made, and then we can try to funnel some gold together to get the guild made as soon as possible. I believe that's 1 gold or something we need to have to get the guild going. So the earlier we get that going, the better. And if anyone has any good name suggestions, well, once again, join the Discord and leave some good name suggestions as well, because for me, I don't know, I don't really have any very good names that I want to call the guild at the moment, so once again, this could be a community effort. Now, for the guild itself, I am just going to say this right now, I will not be leading any raids, but I would love to raid. So for that, like basically, I would love for the guild to raid, but I will not be the one organizing it. I have way too much to do. I am focusing on playing the game, I am making content for the game, I am playing 3 different versions of the game and trying to make content for all 3, or at least 2, so Classic WoW and Retail, and I'm trying to make content for it, I have gold guides for it, and I'm playing them as well. For me to take on one more thing there, I just don't have the mental capacity for it, so once again, I would love to raid, I will just not lead the raid. So when it comes to the will we raid question, I don't have an answer for you. It depends on if we find a raiding officer or multiple raiding officers. But if we do, I would be more than happy to raid. But for now, that's kind of a question for the future. So feel free to join just to have a community to play with, level with, do dungeons with, and maybe raid with in the future, but no promises. Now another part of my plan is to stream the entire way to level 60, and I will be streaming everything on Twitch and part of it on YouTube as well. I still haven't decided if I'll be streaming everything on YouTube because there are some copyright issues on YouTube where I can't listen to the music that I want, so if I ever want to just listen to Spotify and play the game at the same time, I'm just going to shut down the YouTube stream and then go to Twitch, but you will obviously get a verbal confirmation about that during the YouTube stream as well. So if you want to participate and watch the entire streaming journey, follow me on Twitch, link is down below, and if you just want to see the YouTube parts, well, I will be here on YouTube as well. I will be starting a stream roughly 2 hours, I think, before the fresh service comes out, maybe like more than 2 hours, but a few hours before, and then we will be streaming for about 24 hours, when the service comes out. Now my plan is to no-life these fresh servers on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and then starting on Monday I will be going back to like, I say less no-lifing, but to most people it will still be no-lifing. I will just go from playing 18 hours a day to more like 8 to 12, which is still basically no-lifing. So now we have talked about where I'm playing, and which faction I'm playing, and that I'm making a guild, and a bit about my streaming plans and just the content plans, and my leveling plans as well, so you know roughly what to expect. Now let's talk a little bit more about content specifically. Now I plan to make a bunch of gold making content over the next couple of weeks probably. We will be making almost 1 video per day at the moment, where we're talking about both gold farming, investing, professions, and just a bunch of different ways to make gold in Classic WoW, because I believe gold is a huge part of this game. When it comes to leveling, you need gold for your level 40 mount, you need gold to train spells. I mean, throughout your leveling process, at some point you will be poor, because you're spending all the gold you get in one way, shape or form. And then at level 60, you need more gold for epic mount, and Blizzard have also said they're introducing the dual talent specialization, which will very likely cost even more gold as well, and you also need consumables to raid. Gå ned! Åh! Nei, da må du gå ut. Jeg må... Kom her. Ja, kom her. Kom her ikke. Sånn. Ja, sånn. Now, because I will be leveling quite a bit at launch, Now, because I will be leveling quite a bit at launch, I've been spending the last 3 days absolutely no-lifing when it comes to making content. So I've been doing research, I've been going back to my classic WoW content, seeing like what worked when it comes to making gold and farming gold and investments, and just taken all the lessons I've learned over the years and put together about 8 different videos for both gold farming, gold making, secret gold farms I haven't even talked about before, that we are talking about now, and then also investments. Now the plan is to release those videos 1 per day while I'm leveling, so we have some content going out while I'm busy leveling on these fresh servers, but I also want to say that at the moment, all of those 8 servers will be available on Patreon as early access to people that are supporting me on Patreon. The link is down below, by the way, so if you want to have access to all of these farms, all of these methods, all of these strategies, and all of the investments before they go public, then check them out. They're live right now on Patreon, so you can watch them all and be as prepared as you can for the gold making aspect of these fresh servers. Alternatively, you can get my gold making guide for Classic WoW through the link down below as well, which highlights a whole bunch of gold farms, investments, and also gold making strategies for Classic WoW. This guide was made for the hardcore server launch about 1.5 years ago, and it's the same guide, so if you bought it back then it's the same one right now, and it's the same Discord server as well, which if you buy the guide, you get access to a gold making Discord server, where you get a bunch of updates, and you also get early access to content, and just more content, more information for gold making, so check it out through the link down below. Now I will very likely sprinkle in the occasional non-gold making content as well, but when it comes to my channel, I like gold making in every single aspect of WoW, so that's a huge part of the content that I make, because it's also a huge part of the way I play the game. When it comes to me and playing the game, like Classic WoW, I love every single aspect, but I do love gold making a little bit more than everything else, and leveling alts, I do truly love leveling alts. Classic WoW and the leveling journey, it's just magical, and it's way different than any other version of the game, really. Every level, you feel like you're working for it, and it feels rewarding, and it also it takes enough time, but it doesn't take too much time. It takes enough time to the point where you feel like you earned the level when you level up, and there's just something about leveling in Classic WoW versus, for example, retail, where leveling, you don't even care. You level up and you don't even care. In Classic, you care a lot when you level up, and it's great. So I love a lot of things about Classic WoW. Leveling is huge, gold making is huge, raiding is huge. I'm not the biggest fan of PvP, I'm just gonna say that, but either way, this video was just about my plans. I'm kind of going beyond that now, but that's my plans for both where I'm playing, what I'm playing, the guild making, the content, the stream, the leveling. I'm not gonna level super fast, but I'm not gonna level super slow either. So hopefully, I'm gonna be, the aim is to be level 60 in the first 2 weeks. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe even the first week, but that would be kind of crazy, so the first 2 weeks. Either way, let me know your plans in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you think and how you are going to play. And once again, join my guild through the Discord down below if you want to. Either way, those are my plans. Thank you for watching, I really do appreciate it. Leave a like, subscribe for more content, and thank you again. I'll see you again in the next video very soon.